start delegation. Okay, the next session, this is completed, sorry, save. So the next task is on inner class, is on example of inner class. There is a task. These are the task. I'm not going to give the task here. Task, it is your job. You need to implement this one, complete this task. So I will just give the concept here. So let me do the concept here. So there is inner class. Okay, right click, new class here. For example, did I use anything? Okay, no, bank here. So let me create a new class. This is a class, name employee. Okay, so what is generally inner class? A class within the another class. What is inner class? You have a class and you create a class within the same class. For example, this class has a member here, string name, right? I just say here name. For example, here Feroz Muhammad. Okay, second thing, I just it has a method. Maybe you can write it a method or just simply nothing. So let me write a method, public void show. It is showing the name, employee name. Try to understand the concept. When you understand the concept, it will be inshallah easy to write the program name. So this is simple class name with method. Now see, I will know the idea. A class has a instance variable and a method, right? So a class has another class, and you can say here employee. What is employee generally has? Basically any real time, anyone can suggest what a employee can have as a class, like a subclass, not a subclass. What it has more attributes or more features. You can anyone can help me out.
A medical provider.
Okay, but something uniqueness, like you see something hidden inside the employee. Someone is typing there. Are you suggesting here department? No, not the attributes. Something. Okay, you can say department, no problem. I can choose department also. Not the attributes. I'm not talking about the instances, right? Something internally a subcategory. Let's go department. That's good. I can say this department. You see there is okay, maybe here class. Okay, but there's no error. It's a warning. Don't confuse, right? You see, look the I'm sure you will understand this one. A class has variable, one thing. A class has method. This is also like a member. I hope you understand. This is one member. This is another member. It's a member variable, member method, and member as a class. Okay, so you are trying to understand this part. Okay, now this has a public, it has some, assume it has some variable here, as you said, string department. Okay, so I can say department COID. Okay, so it has its own variable, and public void, I can say anything what he will get it here in the department. Any method, something you want to display or show. Let's so same thing. Let's see with the same thing. Public sorry, out department, DEPT department. Okay, our details. Let's see details. Just to avoid anything, department. I can add one more here. Out employee name. You see, now there is no error because this is called inner class. This is called outer class, outside class, inner class. The inner class can access the instances of outer class. Say there is no error, right? Clear? Now this department, can I write it here? Let's see, can I use this department? And outside it gives an error. You see, cannot find. So this is hidden. This is the inner part of the employee, cannot be accessed outside this class. Got it? It's like a private to the whole class. This is like a private within this class. It's not be accessed by outside class. Okay, so this thing is not possible. This is just want to explain this. That's the reason here. Okay, so this is one part here. I just say name. It can be accessed because it is within the same. This is outer class, inner class, right? So how do you access this part? How do you know this is one class is finished here? This is class completed here, right? Now within this class, this is whole thing is, you know, our one like object. I say sorry, like a member variable as a member, method as a member, and the whole class as a member, right? So let's test it. Create another object, another class. Okay, please create another class, but to save the time, to be in the same picture, I just want to, you know, using the same within the same program. Okay, so just to save this one, right? So I can say here class inner class demo PSVM testing class, inner outer, whatever you write, inner basically we are focusing on inner class. Now you see here what I'm going to do here, because since it's employee. Okay, so here employ employee emp equal to new emp loye employee. I can create object of a class, right? There won't be an issue. So then I can call here emp dot show. I can access, you see, I can access show method. I can access name. It has name as well as show. Okay, so you just want, instead of here, I can give from here, right? Employee, just for practice, employee dot name. I can say here Feroz. Okay, Feroz Muhammad. All right, so this is one thing I can access. I can say employee dot show, but does it show? Since it is a member here, it is not showing up. Can you see? It is not showing up any details. It is not showing department. It is not showing the details. But it is a class. It is a member of the employee, but it's not showing up here, right? It's a, you see, employee dot, just say show only. Clear? So now run the program. You see here employee name Feroz Muhammad. Okay, it is okay. It is okay. Just accessing this, setting the value and printing this part. But how do we access this part? How do we access the instance variable here and access the the methods of inner class? So we need object. We need an object. Of course, we need an object here. So how do we create an object here? So you can just create an object employee dot, where is this department? Inside the employee, right? Like when you say employee class to class, employee dot department is showing, it's showing up, you see, because like when you create an object, then you can access the members, right? But this is a class inside this class, this inner class inside the outer class. So how do you access outer class name with inner class name? That's why here employee dot, it will show up department. Can you see here? This way you create an object equal to, this is an object, department object. Now this department object, how do you create memory? You want object here. You want object here, like your new, same format, right? So how do you write? I cannot write here new like department. It doesn't work. Okay, so how do you work with this one? Just say here by using object. This is object here. This is an object. Try to understand. This is an object. How do you? Because since we created using employee here, class name to class name, here we need to use object here. So you need to use employee. You see here emp dot new, here new, here object, department. So using employee object with this part. Okay, this is object style, creating an object, assigning the, creating in the department object. Now you can just call here. Now look here, dept obj dot, now you see department and details, department and, yes, I put department. So let me remove the department from here also, just assign. Okay, it's not necessary. Department equal to, I can say COID. Let me write here complete computer and IT. Okay, so this is semicolon. Now dept obj depart dot details. Okay, so hope this inner class is done. Now it will access, you can see employee name Feroz Ahmed. Again I'm calling, right? So here details I'm printing here, so this part I don't want it. Okay, so just print it, employee name, and with the help of department object, department inner class object, I'm accessing the variable, this variable also. So this part is very important. Employee, then we have object. This is the department, you want department object, so you need to use an access, like access specifier, like dot. So you are using dot the method, like if we used for what dot we use for method, like method show. Okay, so instead of method we have class, so dot class name, then you have object name. Again we need an operator, I mean like a object here. So what is the object here? Employee object dot new equal to department. Now this is the department object. Now this department, now after this one you can access the department, and this is called inner class.